Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So boy, as usually, that almost failed so bad, but you already know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, that means you're not subscribed to the channel. So hit the subscribe button. Today I have a very interesting video for you guys because I'm going to be talking about my favorite camera, my favorite medium format camera, which is the HASSELBLAD 500c, aka CM. The only difference is you don't have interchangeable viewfinders, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit because I did change the viewfinder in mine. If you want to know how I did that, video is gonna be linked up top over here. I don't know where it is. It is somewhere around here. So guys, the HASSELBLAD 500c is a 6x6 film camera. This is not a review. This is not a review. It's a 6x6 film camera, and it's also a mechanical camera. It's just absolutely amazing, guys. Like, the image quality that comes out of this camera is absolutely phenomenal. It is a fully mechanical camera, which means it does not need no batteries, okay? It is always working. It's not like an RZ67. It's not gonna break on you. It's been this version that I have, actually, I think it was made in 1969 or 66. I'm not quite sure, but this version that I have is really old, and it is in mint condition. Look at this. Like, for a camera that has lasted over 50 years, this is absolutely phenomenal. But this is a testament to how amazing these HASSELBLAD cameras are, and why you should think about getting a mechanical film camera if you really love shooting film, because a mechanical film camera will always last you. That's why I chose the Mamiya RB67 over the RZ67. If you've been watching the channel, you know the boy used to use the Mamiya RB67. Thinking about getting it again. If you guys want me to get the RB67 again, comment down below and let me know, because I am thinking about it. I kind of miss her. Like, I really miss RB67 because it was so clunky though. That's the only thing. Which goes into the next topic, why I chose this camera, guys, is because of the form factor. Look at how small this camera is. It's so tiny, and it's 6x6, and it gets the job done. I can have it on me anywhere. It's not gonna be like dragging me like the RB67 or the RZ or all these other cameras that are on the market. But it shoots 6x6, and guys, I love a 6x6 square photos. It's perfect for Instagram, by the way. I just love it because it draws you in. Like, it draws you into the image. And the other reason is I feel like I fill the frame a lot more when I'm shooting 6x6 as opposed to 6x7. I mean, 6x7 you still can fill the frame and you still can crop it into 6x6, but there's just something about composing on 6x6. It feels solid. It feels like a whole photo. Whereas by 6x7, it's like more fashiony, more like playful and all that. But with 6x6, it's just like, boom, here's what you have, deal with it. It's amazing, or you hate it, or you like it. It doesn't even matter because it's 6x6. And that's why I love 6x6. You just fill the whole frame, and it feels very solid. It feels very full. It feels very, I can't figure out another word to describe it, okay? But it is just an amazing form factor, guys, and it's just, I love the format a lot. But that's one of the main reasons why I chose this camera. And guys, if you do not know the camera, this is just the C version. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a CM version that you can change the glasses on top here, but I was able to change it on the C version. It's not recommended without a technician, okay? And the boy is not a technician, but I did it, okay? I did it, and it's working perfectly. So if you're somebody that is like repair inclined, you can definitely do your thing and try to get it fixed. But be wary, it could break, and you might just need to get another body. But is it worth the risk? Yes, it is worth the risk. It's pretty simple. If you're really good with using cameras and working with cameras, then you're not gonna have a hard time doing it because it's very simple. If a technician can do it, you can do it. The other cool thing about this camera is that it's modular, so you can take everything off of it. Like, it's so freaking cool. Like, look at this. Like, you broke the whole thing. This is the body. This is the camera right here. It's really cool. You just open it all up. The mirror is in there. There's the mirror. That's what reflects the image while you're looking through the lens, and it's really cool. And you got the it just sounds amazing. That goes into the next topic. It sounds amazing. the quality of this camera, guys, is just phenomenal. Like, it is so phenomenal. Like, there's no explaining the quality of this camera. It just feels good in the hands. It just, I probably should make sure that it's cranked. Okay, that's the other bad thing about the camera. You have to make sure that it's fully aligned for you to put the glass on. It's not a bad thing, but it's something that anybody that is new, that doesn't know how to use a camera, will not figure out, and they'll jam the camera. And there's other ways to kind of fix it. But if you guys want me to make a video on how to fix the jamming of the camera, let me know, because if the back is not aligned, and if the body's not aligned and the lens is not aligned, it's just gonna jam. But it's not something that you cannot fix. You definitely can fix it. Don't force it. These cameras, guys, you don't need to force anything in these cameras. If you're planning on buying one, you don't need to force anything on them. They just work. Everything just works. And the other cool thing is, guys, they have really nice prisms as well. I have a prism for mine because I love a prism. I was shooting the RB67 eye level, okay, and that thing was heavy. Like, the eye level prism was so heavy and the body was so heavy. So I just like eye level because I like shooting fashion photos and stuff, right? So eye level is really cool. And sometimes I like being on the at a higher height, a higher height. It is such a beautiful camera. I don't really have many negatives that I could really talk about, except for the lenses. If you're planning on buying the lenses, if you have the WAP, I would go for the newer lenses, because these lenses, guys, they're so hard to use. They're so sharp, like, they're so jagged. It is so annoying to sort of focus with this lens or change the aperture with this lens. That's why I have the focus helper, the focus assist knob thingy over here, my jiggy, because it helps. I don't have to like focus with it. And these lenses are so well done that it is harder to sort of move them. So you have to actually like press down and do that, but it hurts. I cannot. If you've used one of these cameras, you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to focusing with these lenses. It's quite difficult and it's just so annoying. But there's other things you could actually use. You could use a rubber band around it. Shout out to John from Downtown Camera for showing me that trick. You can get like one of those thick broccoli ones. You could wrap it around and then it will kind of help you, but it's not the same as this, because sometimes you just want to snap into focus really quick, and this helps a ton. But other than that, I just love the camera, guys. Oh, another thing that I actually don't like is the damn back. I hate this back. I hate this back. I don't like this back because you don't have the traditional crank and then it will snap into place. This one, you have to like put the film in, and then after that pull this out over here, and then you take this little knobby knob over here, and then you gotta spin the film, like, and then watch it. But the reason why I hate it is because with certain film like lomography, they don't have the indicators that show you when to start the film easily, because sometimes it's a circle, sometimes it's arrows. It depends on the film you're shooting, and if they cater to the Hasselblad series that has this type of system, sometimes it's annoying. Sometimes you will over crank it and you're gonna lose a couple frames, or you over crank it and you're gonna lose half of a frame. Like, you know what I mean? It gets really annoying. So if you're planning on buying this camera, I highly recommend getting the newer backs. But let's talk about this, guys. Now let's talk about alternatives to this camera. Let's say you cannot afford a Hasselblad, because let's be honest, this camera is quite expensive. If you want an alternative to this, I actually own one of these cameras. It's the Bronica S2 line. It's the S21 and the S2A. It's not S21, but it's just called S2. But there's also the S2A. That's the other version of it. Be wary though when you're actually buying those cameras, because servicing them can be quite difficult. If you have a really good service company around you, go for it, because it's an amazing camera. It just doesn't have the Hasselblad lenses, but the Nikkor lenses, oh my days, so sharp, so amazing. Like, there's a reason why they call the Bronica series the poor man's Hasselblad, because they are just as good. Like, they're just really amazing. You're not getting the Zeiss lens, but it's really amazing, guys. Like, you will not go wrong with the S2A or the S2. It's just a really beautiful camera. And if you really like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, give it a thumbs down. It's all bueno. But guys, I really am interested in what you guys are shooting. What are you shooting? Are you shooting with an RB, with an RZ? And why do you like your camera? I want to have a discussion on it, because I'm very curious. I've been very curious ever since I started live streaming, because I get to see so many cool things. And on that note, next live stream Friday, guys, we're gonna have a special guest, Zone Focused. He's a YouTuber. I'm gonna put his link down below. He does street photography, so come down to live stream Friday. I think we're starting it at 4 p.m. This Friday, because he's in Japan and all that type of stuff. But with that being said, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and check out my work, it's Shop by Shingy on everything. Twitch, Instagram, shopbyshingy.com. And if you guys are interested in some of the gear that I'm wearing that says shoot film, is www.waybetterco.com. But guys, and if you guys want me to check out your work, it's WePhotoGods and Instagram. And on Instagram. But other than that, guys, enjoy your day. Thank you guys again for your support. I love you. Give it a big thumbs up. Bye bye.